The lineups have been announced for the New Zealand Kiwis versus Toa Samoa. We're going to go through the lineups now, and I'll give you a quick prediction at the end. So let's get started. Taking a look at the New Zealand Kiwis lineup, in the backs includes Chance Nicol-Klokstad, Ronaldo Mulitalo, Matthew Timoko, Joseph Manu, Jermaine Isako, Dylan Brown, and Jerome Hughes. In the forwards is James Fisher-Harris, Fa'amanu Brown, Moses Leota, Isaiah Papali'i, Britton Nikora, and Joseph Tarpany. On the bench is Kieran Foran, Nelson Asfa-Solomona, Griffin Neem, and Leo Thompson. And in the reserves is Naufahu White, Wiraimu Greg, Danny Levy, and Kino Kinney. Taking a look at the Toa Samoa lineup, in the backs they have Sualavi Failogo, Mori Talangi, Isaac Tango, Marian Seve, Brian Toto, Stephen Crichton, and Dejan Assi. In the forwards is Stefano Utoikamanu, Gordon Chan-Kum-Tong, Junior Paulo, Luciano Leilua, Conley Lemuelu, and Keenan Palacia. On the bench is Spencer Lenu, Terrell May, Helam Lukey, and Justin Matamua. And in the reserves is Royce Hunt, Ronald Volkman, Greg Marju, and Tommy Talo. So a couple of changes have been made to this Toa Samoa team. There was one change in particular that was screaming out to me the entire time. I don't know why this change hasn't been made. Personally, we'll see how Samoa get on. It might work out well, but young Tanamaipea is probably the most experienced of the backline from last week, and Marian Seve steps into his position now. He's not been included in this squad. What I personally would have done, and I saw this suggested, so I am kind of stealing it from somebody else, but what they suggested was that you just move Stephen Crichton into the centres and you put Volkman in the number 6 role. He's been playing there for the New Zealand Warriors. Why not just do that? Then you have two somewhat recognised halves for the team. You have a recognisable spine, and then you have the possible backline that you can have. Your strongest 2 centres and wingers. Samoa have a decent enough team there. The core is strong enough to compete against top teams. It's not fully there, but they can compete in moments. You have to win this game, so why not put your strongest team out? I don't think the strongest team has been put together for Samoa this time around. But this New Zealand Kiwis team is to be expected. Chance Nicol-Klokstad starts, Dylan Brown at number 6, Jerome Hughes at 7, and I think those 3 can really cause problems. I'm really glad that Chance Nicol-Klokstad was chosen. I did say in my squad announcement video that I hope that Joey Manu would play at number 4. That's where he's most effective. I think he's a better centre than he is fullback. And a lot of people were talking about Joey Manu making that switch, especially for the Roosters, going from a centre to a fullback when James Tedesco retires. But that might happen, but it shouldn't happen for the New Zealand Warriors. Chance Nicol-Klokstad has always been a decent fullback. He's stepped up a little bit more this year. Well, a lot more this year with the New Zealand Warriors. So people are paying more attention to him and feel more comfortable with him playing at fullback to allow Manu to play at centre. This is the best case scenario for New Zealand. This is the absolute best case scenario. I would say though, with New Zealand, if anyone watched them during the World Cup last year, they did have their issues. I don't think they spread the ball particularly well. Of course, against Jamaica, it was easy enough to do. And I spoke about their completion rate. Now, when it's that easy to spread the ball against teams, a lot of the times you take the risks at the end of the play because you've just got to pass the ball off against the fullback. They found it so easy to get Watene Telesniak through on the right-hand side against Jamaica. But against Lebanon in the opening game, I mean, you can give them a little bit of slack, given it was their opening game of the World Cup. And both teams are going to be a little bit shaky from time to time. But New Zealand, based on the roster that they had available, for me, weren't clean enough. So I'm expecting a smooth performance. I expect Dylan Brown to have a much better World Cup campaign, or much better campaign here than he did at the World Cup, and Jerome Hughes to be leading by example, as he does for Melbourne Storm nearly every single week. The final thing I'll say before I get onto a prediction for this game is both these forward packs are going to be slugging it out, and this is the area where I think Samoa needs to dominate. It's going to be incredibly difficult against Fisher-Harris and Leota. It's going to be difficult, easier said than done, so if Samoa want to get one up on New Zealand, the forward pack is where they're going to have to do it. They've got the players to do it. They've got the personnel. They just need to go and do it. I think technically Samoa are lacking compared to New Zealand, of course, especially in the spine. But if they want to make things easier on them, the forward pack needs to win on the side of Samoa. But you never know. It's difficult to stop Fisher-Harris and Leota, but we'll see how it goes. So to head towards a prediction now for this game. On the side of New Zealand, they might be a little bit rusty, and they came out rusty in the World Cup last year. There are individuals, though, that you do trust to just create things from nothing. And 3 in particular I could think of: Chance Nickel-Klokstad, Joey Manu, and Jerome Hughes. For me, even if things aren't really clicking for the team, that individually they can just make something happen from nothing. The positive on the side of Toa Samoa is the fact that they've actually played a game together now. So they've played a game, they kind of know how they should feel, how the attack should feel, how defensively they want to set up. They've gone over the changes that they want to make. They need to win this game, so there's going to be that extra element of fire. There could be a little bit of rust from the side of New Zealand. So I think a closer scoreline is possible here, but I'm still too comfortable about what New Zealand can offer. So, for a prediction, I'm going to go with New Zealand 26, Samoa 18. So that's going to be it for this video. If you have any predictions for this week, let me know in the comments down below. Is there any changes you'd make to the lineup? Are you happy with the New Zealand lineup? Are you happy with the changes made to Toa Samoa this week? Do let me know in the comments down below. But that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.